Mysterious Secrets Behind the Wuhan Virus, Part 3. Guys, in case you have missed the previous parts 1 and 2, please don't forget to watch those. So coming to the business again, there are two things that are most interesting and strange in the story. When the COVID-19 erupted in Wuhan, it was none other than Mr. Peter Daszak, President of the scientific journal Lancet, President of the Eco Health Alliance, and Wuhan Virology Lab, who contracted COVID-19 GOF research. And finally, let's have a Q&A session. Some questions and their answers. First question, was it a biowar or a second wave of COVID in India? Yes, it is suspected that the second wave of COVID in India was a biowar. Was China behind it? Before moving on to the north, let us take a look at the recent developments in India. The first wave of COVID did not cause any significant problems in India. India became the champions when even the United States and Europe surrendered to the first wave. Vaccine production started in India. From then on, propaganda against the Indian-made vaccine began. This has led to a general reluctance in the country. At that time, the disease severity and mortality rate in India was very low. Taking this opportunity, Modi started exporting the vaccine to Asian and African countries through friendship campaign. With this, the foreign vaccine companies were ashamed. This is because there is no demand for the vaccine in India, which was supposed to be a large market for vaccine. In addition, India is taking over the other markets. The first thing they did was to portray the Indian vaccine cheaply through the Congress toolkit and try to boost their brand's market share. Later, the Congress attacked Modi's vaccine alliance with the next toolkit, allegedly exporting everything without vaccinating its own citizens. That too was not worth it. So then they tried to spread the word that there was a shortage of vaccine in the country. The aim was to stop vaccine exports and increase imports. When this campaign also failed to find the target, they used the last weapon. They have unleashed a virus that has caused death, misery, and even fear in the country. And things went as they intended. In February, the demand for the ever unwanted vaccine skyrocketed. Exports stopped. In a country with a population of 137 crores, there will naturally be a shortage of vaccine in such a situation. The devastation of the second wave and the campaign for a vaccine shortage by the Congress and the other traitors, such as pouring oil in the fire, put great pressure on the central government to buy foreign vaccines. In India, today everyone talks only about the vaccine. The intent of the vaccine companies was successful. India has started importing billions of doses of foreign vaccine. And India will not be able to stop importing the vaccine in near future, as it will have to take booster doses from the same company in the future. Next question. Can China be blamed for the second wave of COVID in India? No. But the West is trying to make it clear that China is behind the second wave in India. Because when the second wave gained strength in India, suddenly the Western countries started spreading the news about the China's biowar plan. In my opinion, there is an attempt to tie the biological war waged by the Western drug mafia in India on China's head. China can be quickly blamed in the context of diplomatic relations between India and China, which have deteriorated in the wake of border disputes. And all these allegations can only be seen until the problems in India get worse. So when a problem arises, who benefits from it is the one who caused it. India will not buy vaccine from China even if it is attacked by China with the intention of selling a vaccine here. Because at present, the diplomatic relation between India and China are not so good. In addition, India is less likely to buy the vaccine from China when there are many international brands available. And it seems that China is not ready for such an adventure just to cross a few kilometers on the border. China will also be weakened of Indian market weakening due to biological warfare. As of December, China's exports to India were $59 billion. That too is 13% less than the previous year. For time being, China may reject the bioterrorism because it does not see any significant economic, political or military gains. So let me conclude. Some questions to be answered are: 1. Who put pressure on the US government from outside to lift the ban on GOF research on deadly diseases such as MERS and SARS? Number 2. Why did the US government grant such a research? And number 3. Why did US officials conduct security checks at the Chinese-owned Wuhan lab in 2018? And number 4. Why didn't the US government take the security inspection report seriously? Number 5. Why did Peter Daszak write a fake article in the Lancet about the origin of COVID? And number 6. Why did the scientific community not take the report of IIT researchers at face value? And number 7. If China deliberately opened up or accidentally leaked the virus, why didn't people like Anthony Stephen Fauci, who had a good knowledge of this research at the US Department of Health, call out to the world about this danger? Number 8. COVID-19. Why did the WHO make the false statement that it is not transmitted from human to human? Number 9. Although Anthony Stephen Fauci was aware of the dangers of COVID-19, he did not give Donald Trump the advice on how to fight COVID in the US. And number 10. How Peter Daszak, who contracted COVID-19 GOF research in the same lab during the investigation against the Wuhan Virology lab, joined the WHO investigation team. And if this was the work of China alone, why have the Western nations at the forefront of technology and espionage not been able to uncover the secret behind it? I don't believe that the mystery of the COVID-19 virus will ever be completely uncovered, because there are some secrets that China and the US have in common to forget. China will be known as the adobe of humanity until the end of the world if it turns out that a deadly virus was created in the lab and it exploded. Similarly, if it is known that the virus was created with the US funding, the US will have the same situation. Perhaps the conversation between the US and the China would be something like this. The Chinese to the US: why did you fund such a risky research in our country? Then the American: oh, then you were the one who released the virus, weren't you? Then why are we discussing all this in public like this, buddy? So the Chinese: okay, let it go its way. Cheers. Thank you very much.